Let's talk some fucking baseball cards, or sports cards in general. Sports cards in general. Now, getting into this, I had a really cool idea. I went out and got each one of us a fat pack of 2020 Donruss, just to kind of open and kind of see what our luck might be. And like I said, once I said, to be 100% honest with you, I probably collected cards heavy until probably 95, 96, somewhere in there. And then lost interest in it. And to be completely honest, I thought the whole industry died, which is completely not true. And then if I would have kept going, went through kind of some of the lean years, that's when the shit exploded.
Sure.
And now we're seeing not so much like when I was collecting, DNS Sports was here in Marcellus. I can't tell you how much money I spent in that fucking shop.
I can't tell you how many yards I mowed to be able to spend money on that shop.
Exactly. And big shout out to Scott and Dennis.
Mm-hmm.
I know Scott at least watches our YouTube shows, so big shout out to you guys for doing that for as long as you did. And
it was nice living 3 houses down. You just run down, buy some up. It was fun. It was nice. I mean, I even did it when they moved over by the train tracks.
Yep. So I mean, it was always really cool as a kid growing up, and I can't remember. We'd go to gas stations. Oh, Mom, can I get a pack? She'd be like, fine, whatever. But it's changed a lot since then. It's changed a lot.
Did you ever get you just want the gum? I don't want that nasty shit. I could toss the gum aside.
So funny story about that. My girlfriend bought her middle son Cameron, who's 16.
Mm-hmm.
It was one of these things on Amazon where it was like basically a junk wax bundle, and there was like 5 or 6 packs in this,
like a grab bag or something.
Yeah. And it was one of them was 87 Donruss with the fucking gum in it. And I told him, I said, don't put that in your mouth. Well, why? It's over 30 years old,
I
bro.
would have said do it. Do it.
Oh, his brother ended up doing it, and he's like, this is the worst tasting shit ever. And I'm like,
it was the worst tasting shit when it was fresh.
Yeah. So, Jeff, how about we have you open yours first since you're the guest?
Right.
And then 2Ks can kind of give his sports talk story while we're doing or sports card talk.
Most of it for me, because it wasn't really my age group didn't really pay much attention to it, but my older brothers, they were all about it. So that's when I used to kind of follow, what Adam would get in his packs and Brandon. But as far as cards go, I've never really been a big time. I just don't know enough about it. I want to, especially now that I have younger kids. I hope that that's something that they want to get into and eventually go from there. But I don't know. I guess my thing is I just don't know enough about it.
And that's kind of the reason why we brought on Jeff, because he kind of knows what to look for. And just for the audience, Jeff, when you're going through and opening a pack, what are you looking for? And I know it's going to vary from company to company, because they all put inserts and stuff in it. But just generally, what types of things are you looking for?
Just like you said, it depends.
Mm-hmm.
On like I said, I'm the same as you. I collected to 94, and then got out of it because. Then I thought it was extinct, and until 2 years ago, and it's. I wish I would have stayed up with it, but so I don't know a ton. I don't know a lot. As far as what are you looking for, you have to. What I do is any product that I'm interested in, I look at. We have internet nowadays. Back then we didn't. We had the Beckett magazine.
Yeah,
that was it.
Which was gospel.
I mean, you could look through the Beckett and like what kind of these cards are priced kind of high if you get one, so you go out and look for those. But I look at a checklist of a product and see what I'm looking for, who's in the product, if there's any autographs in the product, relic cards, whatever. A lot of people still just collect their favorite player, and that's all they're looking for. What you want to look for when you look in cards nowadays is numbered cards. like there'll be a stamp on the card, like 99 of 150 or something, which we didn't have back when we collected. We didn't know we were getting shafted.
No.
But,
and I used the term junk wax earlier, and what that means is back in the 80s, 90s, that era, there were so many cards printed that the value of them have dropped.
I would be so long-winded on trying to explain it. I mean, it's basically 87 to 94, which I say 94 because cards come out the next year. Like, we're getting Pete Alonso rookie cards now, even though he played last year.
Right.
So it was actually the 93 season. And they estimate on the low end that in those 7 years that there was 20 billion cards made.
Holy shit.
Per year. Which we all know, economics 101, when supply is high and demand's low, shit's not worth anything.
Right.
But we didn't know that at the time. Everybody was hoarding them, everybody was getting them, and then what happened in baseball in 94?
Steroids.
Well, the players strike.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
So they didn't have any players. So these companies were like, nobody's going to want to buy our cards. And they had just printed billions of cards. Nobody was buying anymore.
I never thought of that.
They were about to be bankrupt. So they came out, the solution that saved the industry was, let's just put out the cards people want. Let's make them more rare so people will want to chase them. So when they see everybody buying them because they want to get a Tony Gwynn card there's only 50 of them.
Right.
Then they're like,
instead of 500 million.
Everybody's buying these packs. Hey, let's raise the price a little bit. Now the economics 101 went the other way.
Yep.
You know, and that's where we are now. Is shit's just gone absolutely crazy in prices. You have the media now, the internet hyping every player. I mean, it used to be we didn't hear about a player until you saw him on TV playing for the Cubs or the Tigers. Now we see him on ESPN playing in college. Like, ooh, look at this guy. You know, we watch college basketball. It's gotten to the point where these guys are 8th graders in high school, and we're seeing videos of them on YouTube.
Oh, absolutely.
And the hype plays into it. So when Zion Williamson gets drafted, everybody wants his cards. So just his base card out of the lowest end product you can buy for $10 a pack, which that's where we're at. That's the cheapest pack you can get, hobby-wise.
Yeah.
Just his base card, that's not even a number card, is $100. It's just, it's crazy where it's gone from when we were kids.
Did you get anything good?
It was a crime, I think, the way they did us back then.
Well, kind of going back to the climate, when the junk wax era there is, even the Beckett's, you were looking at your 89, Ken Griffey Jr. Upper Deck rookie card that was $500, $600, $700. You had your, what was it? The Mark McGuire Olympic card was that 84 tops. That one was right there with it.
If you consider how many cards were printed in that era, those 7 years, there's maybe 100 cards that are worth shit.
Yeah.
That people are still after.
And
it all played into it. You had guys in 87 that came out, Barry Bonds. Who else was a rookie in 87?
Was it Tom Glavine?
I think he was 89 with Griffey. Anyway, those guys that we grew up watching, they were rookies between 87 and 90. Frank Thomas, Alex Rodriguez, Ken Griffey Jr.,
Randy Johnson.
And we loved to chase those players and get those cards. But there was so many of them made that they just... And Beckett Magazine, there's an industry conspiracy that they were in on it. And that they would inflate the prices in the magazine to make people want to buy and try to get one. When all actuality, it wasn't worth $8. It was worth 5 cents.
Right.
And there's cards that I want from that era.
Oh, yeah.
But considering how many I collected and had, I mean, I had to have had...
Morgan's excited about sports cards, too.
45,000 count boxes just sitting around.
Yep.
I mean, and I have a funny story about DNS sports cards. Is my dad went down there and bought a complete set of 91 score for $20. And he said, hang on to this for 30 years. It's going to be worth money. I looked the price up before I came here today. $14.99.
Yep.
It just tells you how shitty
Yep.
it, and that's what they put out to us between 87 and 94 was, hey, this, Mickey Mantle 52 tops is worth $100,000.
Yep.
The T206 Honus Wagner, and everybody's like, wow, if I get these cards and hang on to them, we're gonna put my kids through college, you know. And it never happened. And
no, and
because there's so many.
And if you look at it to where, you know, I'm sure our parents, you know, were especially my dad's a prime one. He'll tell you that, you know, he was one of the ones putting, you know, baseball cards in his bike spokes to make it sound like a motorcycle.
Dude, my dad told me the same thing. You know how many Mantles I put in my bike spokes?
Yep. So we go from a culture like that knew that they fucked up, to a culture of us. They're like, you know, save this shit because it's going to be worth money. And I think the industry kind of saw that too, and that's why they kind of jumped production and everything. So basically, what they're doing now is they limited the production, and
severely.
Everything is a lot more exclusive, which is why the prices are higher.
Absolutely.
And did you get anything cool?
I just saved out my rookies. There's a couple different designs in this. The first thing you're going to come across when you open your pack is all the veterans. You know, Max Scherzer and those guys. The thing with rookies in the baseball is hard.
Yeah.
If they're actually what classifies them as a rookie, or they just a prospect. But Jake Fraley of the Mariners, Adbert Alzolay of the Cubs, Sam Hilliard, Nick Solak. This one I saved out because when have you ever seen a card that had that as the guy's name?
Anthony Gwynn.
Anthony Gwynn instead of Tony Gwynn. I've never seen that. And then, of course, Tony Gonsolin, and probably the card that's probably the best in the pack is this Vlad Jr. That's just... There are some chrome cards in here. I didn't hit any good ones, but the chrome ones are the ones you want to look at.
I wish this pack was from last year.
For your hits, you know, I got Schwarber, Sean Murphy rated rookie chrome, and a Keltel Marte. Diamond Kings. Remember, I'd get Donruss back in the day.
There's an Alvarez.
Yordan Alvarez is good. Getting back to how it is nowadays, it's you know, you would get an insert back in 87 to 94. You'd be like, wow, you open a pack of Donruss. Wow, I got a Diamond Kings. You know, well, they made 1 billion of those too.
Yep.
Whereas now the insert cards are numbered, they're lower. People chase them. They want to get, you know, there's only, you know, I don't know what you would call an insert. For example, you know, an MVP.
Mm-hmm.
There's a category like, oh, the MVPs. So then you have the MVP base card. Then you have the MVP that's got a gold border, a black border, a red border, a green border, purple border, and they're all numbered differently. One's to 199, one's to 149, one's to 99, one's to 75, one's to 50, one's to 10.
What did I tell you?
Yeah, and you told me earlier. Every pack you open has a Gavin Lux.
There's a card for it's Bam Bam.
Yeah.
Bryce Harper.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's a good one. Is anytime you open a pack, I don't know about Donruss because I'm not into Donruss because it's base heavy, and I'm more of a open a pack where I know I'm going to get something good. I don't have to search for it. But I still love opening packs. Anytime you get a card in any product that has a nickname is short printed most of the time.
Yeah. I've never seen nicknames on it before, so that was kind of cool.
Yeah, like Heritage had it last year. Topps Heritage.
Like I was saying,
they had Vladito instead of Vladimir Guerrero Jr. It said Vladito. I mean, that card's crazy money.
Yeah, like I was saying, I wish these were from a couple years ago because there's Tatis Jr.
Mm-hmm.
I got the Alvarez. He's
still selling well. Tatis Jr.
Oh yeah. Bruce Starred Gratterall from Minnesota.
Bruce Starred Gratterall is going to be a beast.
I got my boy Mike Yastrzemski.
I got him
in a Devers.
In mine.
But yeah, I got the Bam Bam card. I got a Gavin Lux rookie.
Yep.
Which, like I was telling Jeff, I was like, this kid and I must be just destined to be together because I have.
Your boy, man.
Yeah, there's Mookie. But I got an Eloy card. It's kind of shiny. And then I got an American Pride.
Yeah, it's a chrome. I guess I call it chrome. The ones that are shiny.
Yeah,
yes.
American Pride USA Baseball.
They call it Optic and Donruss, I think.
Forrest Whitley.
Got a Nolan Ryan.
Isn't he a rookie from
Whitley? These ones are the throwbacks, like the old. I don't know what year it would come from, but they have those every year.
Did you get anything cool? 2Ks?
I got a rookie card of Nico Horner from the Cubs.
That's a good one.
One of the Chrome Gleyber Torres.
But the thing is, seriously, like, the thing about
kind of
Donruss
weird.
like this is they make a ton of them.
Yeah.
Just like back in the day. I mean, there's products out now where they don't make a lot of it.
No,
And that drives the price insane, which, I mean, unless you're wiping your ass with 20s, you don't even try.
This card's pretty cool looking.
Hey, here's $3,000 for a
Anthony
box
Rizzo.
of cards, and it's 12 cards. But every one of them's an autograph.
That is cool. As seen on TV featuring Anthony Rizzo.
Jose Altuve with the nickname.
Cheater?
Yeah.
It's the best thing to do is when we're opening stuff like this and you don't know what's in it, is you look at a checklist.
Yeah.
To see if you're actually getting something. I mean, is this is the cool looking card, but is it short printed? Is it,
Right.
You don't know.
I didn't see any numbers on the. I don't know if Donruss does.
None of mine were numbered.
Yeah.
I mean, each card has a number for those that don't understand.
Yeah.
Each card is numbered, like 186. This is card 191, but it'll be a stamp that the card is short printed, like
It'll
one
say
of
like
199 or something like that.
Now to kind of get to what Jeff was saying about the exclusive stuff. I mean, you look at you'll be looking at a pack of cards, and now these were like $6 at Walmart. You get 30 cards in a pack, and there's some of them that are like $150 a box with one card. But it's signed and graded and everything else.
Panini won.
Yeah.
Panini's the company that is the rival to Topps now.
Mm-hmm.
They bought the Donruss and the Fleer, Score, stuff like that. Topps has the license on baseball.
Yeah.
Whereas Topps used to do everything. They used to do baseball, football, basketball. Now they only do baseball. Topps only does baseball. They have the license, I think, for the foreseeable future. Whereas, their rival Panini, they have NBA and football.
Yeah.
So you can get Panini products, but they won't have. I mean, I don't know if you noticed, but there's no logos.
Mm-hmm.
Like they just say Miami. There's no logos anywhere on the card. They can't show it because Topps has that license.
Yep.
Which Panini has that for football and basketball. So Topps just said we're not even going to put product out.
Yeah.
Which baseball products through Panini, they're not real popular because people want logos. Unless you get a product called Flawless, which is just nothing but autographs. It's $3,000 for a case.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Or National Treasures, where you get relic cards and stuff, but there's no logos. People don't care about it.
The reason I picked it was either the Donruss or Top Series 1. But everyone that now this is getting into another part of it is where there's YouTube channels where you can go watch dudes or people. I'm sure there's chicks that do it too, but they buy these products and pretty much open them and review them if you want to think about it that way. And then there's some that even go even further to where they buy in a really expensive box, and then you can pitch in a certain amount of money and kind of buy into it. So instead of buying the $3,000 case, you get in it for $40-$50, and sometimes they just do players. Like you randomize, you get a player, and all the cards of this player you get sent, or they do teams or some stuff like that. And I've also seen too where was it? Trying to remember the name of the Facebook group, but there's Facebook groups out there that they'll do raffles for cards. You'll get I saw one this morning for, I can't remember which Zion.
They call them Raz.
What's that?
They call them a Raz.
Yeah, because you can't really call it a raffle because it's against the rules.
Yeah, but that's what it is.
Yeah, I mean, you pick a number, you send the person the PayPal, whatever the slot's for, and then they do a randomizer, and if it's your number, you win and they send it to you. And so there's a lot of ways to get back into this, and there's a lot of ways too that with how exclusive everything is, I think it's kind of cool that these people are doing it. However, make sure the people you're dealing with are legit.
Sure.
Because there's a lot.
It's hard to trust.
Yeah, it's the internet. Everyone wants your fucking money, and there's a scumbag around every corner.
They do.
And there's
Absolutely.
when you get into these breaks and even the raffles and stuff. When you can call the police. I mean, basically you just get jacked. So make sure you find some reputable stuff. Last week we talked about Phil's pulls, Strikers breaks. Those are the two that I follow. Jeff, is there any that you follow that you'd suggest?
Absolutely. The card breaks to me is the best way to get into the cards nowadays. Just basically because, like you said earlier, we're balling on a budget.
Yeah.
Most everybody. And it's unless you go to your local card shop, which we don't have any. Kalamazoo maybe.
Elkhart.
I don't know about Scott's. Elkhart. Yeah. Okay. And buy them yourself. Card breaks is the way to go. I don't know if you covered what that is ever on here, but you're splitting the price of a case with whatever product it is, like baseball. There'd be 30 people. Everyone gets a team. It's done at random. And instead of paying $3,400 for a whole case, you split that case with 30 people and you get one team. Any cards pulled for that team, they ship to you. Or you can actually go in their stores, these companies that do this, and they have pick your team where you can pick your team. Of course, Yankees are going to be expensive because they have a lot of old veterans and guys that still sign cards, and they're still good. Red Sox are another one. And you can pick your team. You know, the Cubs in certain products are high. The Cubs are also cheap in a lot of products. So I'll spend my $45 to get the Cubs, and if I get an Anthony Rizzo autograph or a Chris Bryant autograph,
you paid $45 instead of $300.
I'm happy, but there's a chance where you could get jack shit.
Yeah.
So it's a gamble, and everybody's like, "Well, that stinks." I'm like, same thing as going and buying a scratch off.
Yeah.
Or playing Keno.
Or even we gambled here.
Sure.
I have a feeling none of us made the $5 back.
You don't know what you're gonna get.
But that's kind of the drive. That's kind of the cool part about it.
But to stay in the game nowadays, unless you want this base heavy stuff where there's not a lot of hits and stuff, and you want good cards that have some value, card breaks is the way to do it. They call it breaks because they open them. It's another word for open. It doesn't sound like, hey, let's do a case opening. No, let's do a case break. So that's why they call it. They break into the case.
And a lot of these reputable guys, what they'll do is they'll do like a Facebook Live or a YouTube Live, and you can see them opening what you just
the guys
paid into.
that I'm going to recommend, they open them live on camera.
Yeah.
To where you can see what you got.
They do the randomizing live. They do everything live.
Everything is live. You can go watch it. If you miss it, you buy into it and you miss, it's always right there on YouTube to see. There's guys that are just ballers, man. There's high rollers, and they just sit at home waiting for packages. They never even watch the videos.
Yep.
You know, I mean, I have to watch. I want to see what's pulled live. Yeah. You know, they'll even do personal boxes for you. You go to their store and say, "Hey, I want a box of, Topps Chrome." They'll open it right on camera. Everybody can see, and they'll ship you all the cards.
I'd want to open them myself, though.
Right. But it's cool that if you get something big, like that's your card, and everybody's
like,
seeing you have it, that's the draw to that. Me, I want to open them myself also. But they will ship it to you also.
Yeah.
But that's firehandcards.com. You can find them on YouTube by the same name, Firehand Cards, and Layton Sports Cards.
Laten?
Layton.
Okay. Layton.
Sports Cards.
Okay.
Those are two of the best breakers in the business. They're legit. I mean, they send you everything. They take care of their people. It's free shipping. Doesn't matter what the hell they ship out to you.
Right.
They'll pay for it. I mean, if you spend thousands and thousands of dollars and you're in 25 breaks in one day and you got a package, that they're wheeling up on a hand truck, it's free shipping. It's a good business. Whoever came up with it it's
a great idea.
It's a genius.
It's a great idea.
The way prices are.
Yeah.
It's not like us. We could mow a yard and go get 6 packs.
Right. Yeah, for 70, 80 cents a piece. And like I said too last week, Phil's pulls, Strikers breaks, and there's another one, Houdini, that him and Phil.
Blowout.
Yeah.
Cards.
Him and Phil go back and forth doing shit. So, but it's to me everyone's like, well, that seems so silly watching someone open cards, but you're seeing a product that I could never afford or would want to afford. Like you said, we're ballers on a budget here. We're not ripping $1,000 boxes or anything.
I mean, I'll watch guys spend $10,000 a day.
Yeah,
just on cards, and it just, I know you have it, and I like cards, but man, I can't imagine. You can.
I have a feeling most of those people are single and don't have a wife yelling at them, going, "What the fuck did you just spend?"
Right, that's just. It's amazing.
Yeah, it really is. And Jeff, I have a feeling this won't be the last time we'll bring you on talking about this.
Sure, I'm glad. I'm a big fan of the show. I haven't missed an episode.
I appreciate it. I'm in
some groups on Facebook where I've dropped a link and told guys to click on you. I don't know if they ever did or not. They didn't respond or say anything, but anytime I see something like that and somebody's like, "Hey, I got a friend that has a podcast," I click on it and watch it, support them. I might not ever click again,
right?
But I do that around, and I post it to my Facebook feed and my Twitter feed here and there.
We definitely appreciate it. We've actually I want to say, and then of course our very own B Fishin' 3 does his own card breaks too. His is more just to show you. It's not like you pay him or anything, but you never know. It's YouTube. His channel might blow up, and that might be something somebody gets into. But we have. Him and I think I've even talked to you about it, is getting a group of us, like 5-6 of us together, say once a month. We go like on a Saturday afternoon or somewhere, and either whether it's my house, your house, rotate it, who gives a shit, and just have a couple beers and open some cards.
Sure.
Like
everybody going on a hobby box. That's
exactly.
$700.
Exactly. I don't.
No, I'm just kidding.
Your budget's a little different than mine.
No,
but yeah, just like with these Donruss, they're $80 a hobby box. Mm-hmm. And with especially a product like that, where especially the hobby boxes, if you can get them for a good price, they have guaranteed stuff in it.
Sure.
So
the hobby does. Yes.
Yeah, there's a guaranteed autograph per box, or 3 autographs per box and a relic or something like that, and like
we were talking earlier, the things they can do with the relic cards. And
for those of you that don't know what a relic card is, it's a thicker card made out of thicker stock, and they actually put like a piece of jersey, or I've seen pieces of wood flooring from like basketball cards.
Sure. Bats.
Dirt. Yeah, bats.
They have bat cards. The knob of the bat they can put in a card. Those are hard to hit, but they'll cut the bat into thin strips and just put a little piece on them. Mm-hmm. You can get Babe Ruth. They got Babe Ruth bats. People are like, "Why are you doing that to that Babe Ruth bat?" And it's like, how many bats did Babe Ruth use in his career?
Right.
They're not rare. They're not. You would think they would be, but they're not. Right. So they're not worth shit. So yeah, they're gonna put them in cards, and people hit it, and they're like, "It's worth money." Mm-hmm. It's worth more in a card than it would be to have that bat.
Absolutely.
Because I thought the same thing. Cutting up a Babe Ruth bat to put on a card, that seems stupid. Just keep the bat, but they're not rare.
Yeah, and then that way too, you're spreading the wealth, so more people can have a piece of.
And they use the jersey, just like the jersey. Like they take their jersey and cut a little piece out, or the logo on the jersey is what they call a patch card, and they cut a piece of the logo out and put it on there. And those are the ones that are really spectacular. When you get,
especially game worn, the stuff, and
a Tigers card, and it's the whole letter D.
Yeah.
From their sleeve on there, it looks fantastic.
Yeah. Well, 2Ks, we've actually covered everything quite efficiently today. I'm very, very happy with it. Jeff, we're definitely going to have you back, my friend. It's been a pleasure. Thank you for stopping by and hanging out with us.
Yep, absolutely. Anytime.
All right. Final thoughts, 2Ks?
Nope.
All right.
Nothing? No? Cowboys going to win the Super Bowl?
I said that last year. No.
All right, 2K crew, we'll get you out of here on this. No YouTube only content this week, guys and gals, but we do keep it coming for you. So we will see you next time. And Jim Rome, we're still coming for you.
Absolutely. Be good to each other.